Hello everyone and welcome back to Cute Crochet. My name is Sri and today's is a very exciting video for me because my sister has just had a baby. This is my first ever time becoming an aunt, so I'm excited beyond words, and this is only the first of the many things I'm going to be making for my nephew. This is a classic baby blanket pattern called the Starburst blanket or the round ripple blanket. This is very easy to make even for beginners. I have made it so that it is 30 inches in diameter, which should be the perfect size for a newborn baby, but you can adjust the size to be anything you want. This is such a simple yet beautiful gift that you can make quickly for the new baby in your life. It looks so good striped like this when you change colors after every few rounds. I've obviously gone for a rainbow theme, but you can use any color combinations and it will look absolutely gorgeous. So let's get started. Here I am using a 4-ply yarn, and with it is recommended to use a 4mm crochet hook, but here I am using a 4.5mm hook instead because I want my piece to be softer and drapier. Start by making a magic circle. To do that, wrap your yarn up and over your finger like so, forming a cross in the front. Then insert your hook underneath the cross, take the yarn from the other side and pull through. Then yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook, and that finishes the magic circle that we are going to work into. Then chain 3. This chain 3 will act as your first double crochet and will also bring you up to the height of the other double crochets. Then into the magic circle we are going to make 11 more double crochets. For that, yarn over, insert your hook into the magic circle and pull up a loop. You will have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Again, yarn over and pull through 2, and that finishes 1 double crochet stitch. Let's do that again. Yarn over, insert your hook into the magic circle and pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now repeat this 9 more times for a total of 12 double crochets, including that first chain 3. You can cinch the magic circle a little bit by pulling on this tail if you need to as you go along. Here I have finished making my 12 single crochets. Now I am going to pull on this tail to cinch the center circle completely closed. There should not remain any gap at the center. Now I am going to slip stitch on top of the third chain of the first chain 3 to join, and that brings us to the end of round 1, and we should have 12 double crochet stitches. For round 2, chain 3 to start. This will again act as your first double crochet and also bring you up to the height of the other double crochets. Then into that same stitch we are going to make 1 more double crochet. Then go into the next stitch and into it make 2 double crochets. Again into the next stitch make 2 double crochets and continue to make 2 double crochets in each stitch all the way around. I will finish this and meet back up with you. Here I have finished making 2 double crochets in each of the 12 stitches of the previous round. Now I am going to slip stitch on top of the third chain of the first chain 3 to join. At the end of round 2 you will have 24 double crochet stitches including that first chain 3. Now I am going to switch my color, and I am going to do this after every 2 rounds. So I am going to chain 1 and fasten off, leaving a little bit of tail for weaving in. For round 3, I am bringing in a new color of yarn, and to join it, I am first wrapping it on my crochet hook like so. Then go into any one of the stitches of the previous round, it really doesn't matter which one, and make a slip stitch into it, and this will join your yarn nicely. Bring that yarn tail to the back so that we can work over it. Then we are going to make a chain 5. This chain 5 will act as the first double crochet and chain 2. Then make 1 more double crochet into that same stitch. This will create our first V stitch. It will become more defined once we finish this round. Then we are going to skip the next double crochet, go into the double crochet after that and make a double crochet into it. Then chain 2 and then double crochet into that same stitch. This is what I am calling the V stitch. Again skip the next stitch and then go into the next stitch and make double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Continue repeating like this all the way around. Skip one double crochet and into the next double crochet of V stitch, which is double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. In the end you should have 12 V stitches. Here I have gone all the way around. Now I am going to slip stitch on top of the third chain on the first chain 5 to join, and this will define that first V stitch as well. Round 4 we are continuing with the same color, so slip stitch into the next chain 2 space, and then we are going to chain 3 to start. This chain 3 will act as the first double crochet. Then into that same chain 2 space make one more double crochet and then chain 2 and then 2 more double crochet into that same space. This is what we are going to call a shell stitch. So a V stitch and then a shell stitch. Again into the next V make a shell stitch, which is 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Continue to make one shell in each of the V stitches all the way around. I am going to finish this and meet back up with you. Here I am at the end of round 4. I am going to slip stitch on top of the third chain of the first chain 3 to join. Again I am going to change colors, so I am going to fasten out this color, chain 1 and leave a long enough tail to weave in afterwards. For round 5 I am bringing in the next color and I am going to join it into any one of the chain 2 spaces using a slip stitch in the same way as before. Then chain 3 to start. Bring that yarn tail to the back, making sure you work over it. Then into the same chain 2 space make one more double crochet, chain 2 and then 2 more double crochet. This is our beginning shell. Now we are going to make peaks and valleys. This is our first peak and now we are going to go down this side. Here we will have a dip and then we are going to go back up. That will create a nice valley shape. For that we have to skip these 2 double crochets, the last double crochet of this shell and then the first double crochet of this shell. Now start by making 1 double crochet into that next double crochet stitch. Since this is only the 5th round, we are making 1 double crochet here, but as we go outwards, the number of double crochets at this stage will keep increasing. Then skip these 2 middle double crochets, then go into that 3rd double crochet directly and make 1 double crochet. Now we are again at the chain 2 space. Into that space we are going to make 1 shell. A shell is always 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Then 1 double crochet in the next double crochet. Skip the next 2 double crochet and then double crochet into the next double crochet. Then in the next chain 2 space make 1 shell and continue repeating like this. Now if you notice here, in the 4th round here we have 2 double crochets on either side of a peak, and here on the 5th round we have 3 on either side. By the shell we have increased the stitch count by 2 double crochets, and then by skipping 1 for the valley we have decreased it again by 1. So our overall increase in stitch is 1. Continue repeating like this all the way around. Here I am almost at the end of round 5. I am going to skip those last 2 double crochets for the valley and then make 1 last double crochet into that last double crochet. Then slip stitch on top of the 3rd chain of the first chain 3 to join. For round 6, directly chain 3 to start. Then place 1 double crochet into the next double crochet. Then we are at a chain 2 space, into it make a shell, which is 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. Now here on this side we have 3 double crochets. We are going to make 1 double crochet in the first 2 and then skip the last double crochet. Then we are going to go up the other side, skip that first double crochet and make 2 double crochets in the last 2. Then shell in the next chain 2 space. Then again 2 double crochet, skip the next 2 double crochet and then again 2 double crochet. Continue repeating like this all the way around. Here I am almost at the end of round 6. I am making the last double crochet and then I am going to slip stitch on top of the third chain of the first chain 3 to join. Again it's time for a color change, so I am going to chain 1 and fasten off, leaving a long enough tail for weaving in. For round 7, bring in the next color yarn and join it into any one of the chain 2 spaces in the same way. Round 7 is going to be slightly different than the previous rounds. Until now we have been doing one shell stitch in the chain 2 spaces, but if we keep doing this for every round as we go outwards, our stitch count will increase too much and our piece will start to ripple. As you can see, it has already started to happen a little bit. So for one round we are going to have to keep the stitch count constant, and we are going to do this after every 2 rounds. For that we are going to have to make V stitches instead of shell stitches in the chain 2 spaces. Start by making a chain 5. This will act as the first double crochet and chain 2. Then one more double crochet in that same chain 2 space. And then same as before, on this side we have 4 double crochets, so make 1 double crochet in the first 3 and then skip the last double crochet. Then we are going to go back up the other side, skip the middle 2 double crochets and then 1 double crochet into the next 3 double crochets. Then again in the next chain 2 space make one V stitch, which is double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. So basically what's happening here is that instead of increasing the stitch count by 2 by making a shell stitch, we are increasing it by 1 by making the V stitch, and then we are skipping 1 for the valley, so our overall stitch count is remaining constant. Continue to repeat this all the way around. Here I am at the end of round 7. I am making one last double crochet into that last double crochet and then slip stitch on top of the third chain of the first chain 5 to join. This brings us to the end of round 7. If you want, you can mark round 7 with the stitch marker as the last round where you have kept the stitch count constant, and this should remind you to do this after every 2 rounds. You can also think of rounds 5, 6 and 7 as a repetition, where in the first 2 rounds you are going to make one shell stitch in the chain 2 spaces, and then on the last round we are going to make one V stitch instead of a shell stitch, keeping the stitch count constant. For round 8, simply chain 3 to start, and then in the chain 2 space make one shell stitch. Then same as before, on this side we have 4 double crochets, so make 1 double crochet into the first 3 and then skip the last one. Skipping the next 2 double crochets, again go up the other side, making 1 double crochet into the next 3 double crochets, and then again in the chain 2 space make 1 shell. Continue repeating like this all the way around. Think of round 8 as basically the same thing, a repetition of round 5. Here again our stitch count has increased by 1. Here we have 4 and now we have 5. Here I'm almost at the end of round 8. I'm going to chain 1, fasten off and attach a new color. Chain 3 to start and then make a beginning shell in that first chain 2 space. Round 9 is going to be a repetition of round 6, so again we are going to make a shell in the chain 2 spaces. Then make 1 double crochet in each of the double crochets all along this side except the last one. For this round again we have increased our stitch count. Continue repeating like this all the way around. Here rounds 5, 6 and 7 have been the repetition rounds, and rounds 8 and 9 have been a repetition of rounds 5 and 6. Then round 10 is going to be a repetition of round 7. We are going to make a V stitch in the chain 2 space instead of a shell stitch, keeping the stitch count constant. Don't forget to always move the stitch marker to the last constant round. So continue to repeat rounds 5, 6 and 7 again and again until your blanket is large enough. Here I finished making the blanket and I ended up making the complete rainbow. I made 28 rounds in total and it measures 30 inches in diameter. I fastened off the last color and now I'm going to weave in that end to finish it up. This blanket ended up being quite large. It should be a good size for a newborn baby to snuggle in. I hope you guys like this video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!